Another year, another slate of dozens of comic book movies to judge and complain about. And since we live in the information age where nothing is a secret anymore and privacy is a thing of the past, now we can whine about movies before they even release a trailer. Hell, we can say the effects look bad and unfinished before they even start them. It's a chronic contrarian's wet dream. So with that, let's start analyzing set footage and photos and then apply totally fair amounts of speculation to minor and insignificant details, which will in turn generate ad revenue for reputable comic news sites that have nothing but legitimate headlines. The Joker! You guys hate Jared Leto's Joker? Well, so do all of us fellas at DC and Warner Brothers. Forget him, he's out, he's gone. He's gonna take his anal beads and his live rats straight to the bank. What a schmuck, can't believe we hired him. Please, for the love of God, buy tickets to our movies again. Here we see our first videos of Jaquain Marcus Phoenix is Arthur Affleck. Clearly based on this footage, he's installed a live hand grenade inside this poor children entertainer's nose that detonates on contact with clowns, such as this one who presumably explodes off screen. However, based on later footage, we can see that Christopher Joaquin later becomes an edgy late 2016 internet prankster after putting on the cursed costume from that terrible John Watts film that no one remembers. In other photos, we also see a glimpse at Pizza Beats, who will later in the film become Harley Joaquin's arch-nemesis, the reverse Joker. Hey look, a map of Gotham. Oh wow, that's a nice little Easter egg. Oh, I can hear the Rotten Tomatoes score going down already, shouldn't have put that in there. While some have expressed disappointment that Jocasta Felix isn't quite going the method actor route like his predecessors, rumor has it that he researched for his role as a complete madman anarchist by turning down an easy paycheck for Doctor Strange and its subsequent 38 sequels to play the main character in a risky DC project set out of continuity. If that doesn't sound insane, then I don't know what does! What's that? You guys hate this movie already? That's okay, we got 6 other Joker projects coming down the pipe. You want Leto back? Don't worry, we do too. Here's a sequel with him and Harley Quinn. He's wonderful, fantastic. Jared Leto's a wonderful guy. He sent congratulatory used condoms to the entire cast. Speaking of forgettable John Watts films, controversial joke. Oh boy, MCU and DC fans will finally unite in their mutual disliking of this bipartisan satire video. Anyway, because we have to make sure this version of Spider-Man is as different from Andy G over there as possible, Spidey's going on vacation to Europe. There'll even be a scene of him at an airport. Riveting! Nick Fury and Comic Marvel's greatest villain also talk about how nice of a day it is to not randomly be disintegrated. In terms of spicy behind-the-scenes drama with our beloved cast, Smoke Signal reports state that Tom Holland and Zendaya are also currently in the same country, which I present as clear evidence that they're madly in love and have married in secret while Tom stood on a phone book to be able to kiss her. Meanwhile, Jacob Batalon is having guest appearances on Rooster Teeth podcast, where he makes everything really awkward and uncomfortable by saying things that would upset Disney executives, so they had to cut a bunch of stuff out of the episode and pretend it was technical difficulties. He's method acting for when he slips up and announces Peter's secret identity in front of this entire amusement park, including the villain. We know for sure he's gonna tell this chick who looks like Gwen Stacy but isn't for some reason. And then Miles is gonna get some too. And then Green Goblin. And then Deadpool. Man, everyone's hitting that Gwen Stacy like the power of inertia except Peter Man. Some may take notice of Jake Gyllenhaal's absence from set videos as the film's titular hero, Rey Mysterio, but weather patterns suggest he's being held in an off-site safe house location to avoid being kidnapped and forcefully recast by Warner executives as both Batman and Superman. We also have 2 videos of Tom telling us about charity or something, while struggling not to spoil the ending of the movie to avoid being shot by Kevin Feige, who's just a few feet off screen with a high-powered assault rifle trained on Tom's baby face. It's nice to see Tom rocking the classic suit with pride, while the VFX team in the background boots up their computer-generated puppet that he will be voicing for the majority of the film. See, we'll even get flashbacks to Peter Parker as a meager, ordinary Harry Potter enthusiast who was bitten by a radioactive PS2 FMV on his way to Starbucks. Hey look, Tom narrowly avoided the result of him doing literally anything at all in front of his fans on Twitter. However, this poor CGI stuntman has yet to recover from this coma and shooting has been delayed until he's awake. Okay, serious note, he better have his fishbowl head. If they give him a holographic face like in Media Blizzard or the Ultimate books, I'm gonna be pissed. Last but not least, we have a video of Tom in costume. In this scene, Spider-Man is seen waking up after being blown up by Hydro Man's combustible water punch from the comics. He then looks up and sees the looming dread of his acting career never quite recovering after this franchise is over like his biological father, Toby Holland. He then continues to use his webs and never throw a single punch because the network would cancel the show if it was too violent. Many have taken notice of Tom in this mysterious black costume that appears to have a belt and boots. You know what this reminds me of? Flash Thompson confirmed for FF8! You heard it here first! Wonder Woman! Right off the bat, we have footage of a behind-the-scenes altercation where the staff writer who suggested bringing Steve Trevor back from the dead was a good idea is savagely attacked at her own wedding by Galaga GoBots. Gal then confronts Captain Kirk in several different locations via matter transporter accident about why he should have just taken the Green Lantern job and gotten over his fear of computer-generated crotch chafing. We also have footage of Gal Pal Gattaca riding a motorcycle that's doing its best impression of Ben Affleck's interest in this franchise. In a similar sequence from the same day, we see Gal sprinting angrily to stop an MCU Twitter stan from uploading the embarrassing raw footage from Justice League, where she had a visible pregnancy bump in the same shot as Kal-El-PI. It's theorized that this hidden footage also contains images of Ben Affleck stripping the fabric of his cape to construct a makeshift noose in order to finally be free of this tonal whiplash hell that his life has become. X-Men Dark Phoenix. No one gives a shit. Speaking of sad people, we also have our newest film from the folks at Marvel Studios, Shazam, starring Brie Lars Ulrich. There is plenty of content to go through with this one, such as Captain Marvel angrily walking down this staircase to escape from the inevitable comparisons to Wonder Woman because whammon. But unlike Wonder Woman, Carol has the advantage of this full-body costume that will prevent men who look like this from saying she's not muscular enough for the character, and women who look like this saying she's showing too much skin. That's right, I hate both ends of the spectrum equally. Here we have yet another cameo from Sample Jacks playing Nick Fury, who is once again elated to not be disintegrated at random. Upon closer inspection, we can see the villainous Skrulls have infected him with a swarm of parasitic white ticks that are slowly feeding on Nick's retinal fluids, which causes Captain Marvel to slash at his face with her trademark Kree pocket knife to defeat the evil critters. This event is referenced several times throughout the canon of the MCU, so it'll be nice to see it played out for the first time. You know, it's strange how much my opinion of this movie changed because Carol is wearing a 9 Inch Nails t-shirt. You can make people think you're cool too by wearing neat shirts. Why not take a look at this fine selection? Oh look, we got another one based on that series I still haven't finished. Avengers Infinity War 2, Electric Boogaloo. In other news regarding high fashion, from these photos alone we can tell that Tony Stark is just trying something a little different with his hair. That's it. Just a new thing is all. Why you gotta read so far into it, okay? Like, it's just like, he's had that same hairstyle for like a really long time, and like, maybe he just wants to add some variety, alright? Like, who are you to be judging him for wanting to change it up once in a while, okay? Like, seriously, you are being so uncool about this, Julia. Like, leave Tony alone. Oh my god. We can also see that Cap is trying really hard to tell everyone that Phil, non-canon spin-off Coulson, is not a terrible costume designer, and that this suit wasn't a horrific mistake, which everyone responds to appropriately. Cap will likely then reveal that he only wore this suit to be nice, and just put it on today to make everyone laugh since they're all still pretty bummed about Spider-Man dying. The gang will then proceed to wait outside while Cap assuredly changes into a suit made by people with talent. Astronomers report that they heard dialogue where Paul Rudd's Ant-Man made note of how glad he is that Phil Coulson is dead. But little did he know that... oh wait, never mind. It appears that that's it for this year's lineup of set leaks. Thank God for tax breaks, causing everyone to film on location in Atlanta or wherever. What would we have to complain about if they just did all this on closed sets inside big studios? I, for one, am excited for 2019's wonderful selection of computer-generated monsters being punched by actors covered in white dots who feel incredibly silly but are still trying their best. And with the superhero movies craze showing no signs of slowing down, I'll probably be able to make videos like this one a little more often. What's that? This isn't a Spider-Man review? Well, I'll start on that soon, don't worry about it. It'll be out any day now, I'm working on it, I swear. It'll be soon, please. Please don't hurt me again, please. Please!